everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Jellybean and you are watching Jelly's Journeys. This is episode 2 of Jelly's Journeys, Tips, Tricks, and Trivia. And today we're going to be talking about rides in Magic Kingdom. So if you have never been to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, and you're planning on going but a little bit hesitant because you don't like rides, or if this is your first trip and you are a thrill ride person, this video is going to kind of help you out a little bit to find the best rides for you. So I am going to kind of give you quick little descriptions of the rides, and I'm going to give you a thrill level rating. So each of the rides, I am going to give it a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And so 1 is going to be the most mellow rides that you could possibly ride on. And then 5 is going to be the thrill rides, so most intense thrill rides. So each one will get a rating, and then I'll give you a quick little description of of what to expect on each ride. So before I get started, just some little hints when you're at Disney World. Some of the rides you can see, they're outside, they're pretty obvious. There's other rides where you can't see inside. So some little tips if you're nervous about getting on rides. Some key factors to if they're going to be mellow or if they're going to be kind of crazy. First of all, if you have to get onto a moving walkway to get onto the ride, it's going to be probably a slow ride. There's only one exception where you have to get on a moving walkway, and that's Kali River Rapids in Animal Kingdom. But most of the other rides, if you have to get onto a moving walkway to get into your ride vehicle, as fast as that walkway is moving or as fast as the little cars are going by, that's going to be the speed of your ride the whole time. So they're really slow because they're all connected, so it just keeps going around and around, so it can't really speed up any faster than that. So that's going to be clue number 1. Another thing is watch the lap bars. If you get into a ride and the lap bar just kind of comes down a little bit, or there is no lap bar, it's going to be a smooth, slow ride. If the lap bar goes tight around your legs, be prepared because there's probably going to be some crazy movements. Those are my 2 tips for surviving the rides in Disney World. Alright, so let's get started. Let's walk around Magic Kingdom. And I'm going to just go over the quick rides. I'm not going to go over any shows with you because this is basically rides, but I'll do another video for shows. Okay, so Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom. When you enter, the first ride that's going to be there is the Walt Disney World Railroad. And I think right now, well, I know right now. Right now it's closed. There's rumors that it's not going to open up again, which is kind of sad. But anyway, if it is open, when it opens up again, I really hope it does. They're doing the track interferes with the Tron roller coaster that's coming up. So right now it's closed because they can't go through there. Anyway, so the Walt Disney World Railroad is a 1. It's just a train ride. It takes you around the park. It's really great. That's always my first stop when I go to Disney World, and especially if I'm going with people who have never been before, because you kind of get to check out the park a little bit because it goes all the way around the park. It is a form of transportation, so you can get off on different stops. You can get off, I believe, in Adventureland and in Fantasyland, or you can get on in Adventureland and Fantasyland. You don't have to go all the way around. But it's a nice, relaxing ride through Magic Kingdom. It's really cool. Definitely check that one out. Okay, so from the railroad, you would head down Main Street, USA, and we usually go right to Tomorrowland first. So that's the way I'm going to take you. We're going to start in Tomorrowland and make our way all the way back around and back to Main Street. So Tomorrowland. So the first ride you're going to come across is the Astro Orbiter. the People Mover. So let's talk about the Astro Orbiter first. Astro Orbiter, I give a 3 on my thrill ride rating because it goes off the ground, and it goes pretty high off the ground. You actually have to take an elevator to get up there, and it's on 3rd story, I believe. But anyway, so you have to take an elevator to get up to the platform to get onto your rocket ship. It doesn't go real fast. It's not actually a scary ride. It's just, if you are afraid of heights, definitely skip it. You can see it when you when you enter Tomorrowland. Just look up. So it just goes up. You sit in little rockets and you just cruise around in circles. You can control the height on it, so there's a little joystick on there and it takes you up and down if you want. It's a great way to see Magic Kingdom. You get a really good view from up there, especially at night. Cinderella's castle is all lit up and it's beautiful, so that is a great time to check it out. Definitely check this ride out at night. But if you are afraid of heights, definitely skip it. So right under that, the Tomorrowland Transit Authority. So this is, let's see, what did I say? I say it's like in between a 1 and a 2. Because the reason I say it might be a 2 is because if you're afraid of heights, it is up on the 2nd story, and it's kind of outside, so you will be able to see down. I know it's bad advice, but just don't look down, and you'll be fine. The track is wide, but you can see it. It takes you through Tomorrowland. It's a little train. It doesn't go fast at all. It's real relaxing. It's a great, actually, if you need a break from walking around and everything, you just want to take a quick little break, the People Mover is perfect for that. So it's just a little train. It's up high on a track. So if you don't look down, you're fine if you're afraid of heights. But it's real slow moving, takes you through Tomorrowland, takes you inside a space mountain, which is pretty cool to see. And it has some different little scenes around. It's just like a little train. It's really cool, relaxing. So nothing too scary, just if you're afraid of heights. It might be a little bit scary for you, but like I said, don't look down and you'll be fine. Alright, so from there, we can head over to Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, and I give this one a 2 on my ratings, my thrill rating. So this one is, you are a Space Ranger and you are fighting the evil Emperor Zurg, and it's a lot of fun. The reason I give it a 2 is because it's slow moving. I mean, it's really slow moving. It's not scary at all, but it does spin. Sorry. Okay, so it does spin, but you have complete control of how it spins. So the idea of the game is like, it's kind of like being inside of a video game. So your car has laser guns on it, and it has a joystick on it, and so what you're doing is, as you're going through the ride, it's interactive. So you have your laser gun, and there's all these targets everywhere in all of the scenes, so you have to shoot the targets with your laser gun. It is a lot of fun. So even if you're a little hesitant about rides, I'd still definitely check this one out because it doesn't move fast. And I mean, I say it's a 2 because it spins, but you can control the spin. So the joystick on your car is how you control if you spin. I mean, you could go right, you could go left, you can spin as much as you want. You don't have to spin if you don't want to. You can just leave it alone and enjoy the ride. Or if you're a thrill person, you can just turn the joystick all the way to one side and just go crazy going around and around and around, which is a lot of fun too. It is also cool because it, when you hit the targets, you actually get points. So you have little points, a little score in front of you, and it tracks your points throughout the ride, and you can get Galactic Hero. And if you tell them at the end of the ride and prove that you got Galactic Hero, which is the most possible points, you can get a little button to show that you're a Galactic Hero and you're awesome at the ride. So anyway, that was Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. Lots of fun. Definitely recommend it. Slow moving. You control the spin, so even if you're hesitant about rides, I would still check it out a little bit. Okay, so from there, going around, I don't know why I talk funny. Okay, so from going around, next you'll find Space Mountain, I think. Space Mountain. We'll just talk about Space Mountain anyway. I don't know if it's next. Okay, so Space Mountain. is a level 4. So if you do not like fast rides, don't get on it. It's a roller coaster. Don't ride it if you do not like roller coasters. Just there's lots of comfy places to go sit and rest and wait for your family if they choose to get on it. So Space Mountain is a roller coaster. You're in a rocket, and they launch you up into space, and it's a lot of fun. There's no big drops or anything like that. It just goes. It kind of goes around. I think there's a little bunny hill. It's not too much of an intense roller coaster, but it is a lot of fun. It is in the dark. It does feel like you're going really fast, but little secret, you only go about 35 miles an hour. You drive faster than that, but it's still a lot of fun, and I love to ride Space Mountain. It's one of my must-dos. So definitely, if you like roller coasters, you gotta ride it. If you don't like roller coasters, skip it. Go get some ice cream or something. Mickey bars. Go get a Mickey bar. Hang out. Yeah, and definitely, if you do want to ride Space Mountain, it's probably one of the things you should fast pass or try to head over there maybe during a parade or something. I'll do another video about that. Anyway, so there's Space Mountain, level 4. Not too many drops. It's in the dark. You can't really see where you're going. You look up, you see stars and asteroids, and it's really cool. A lot of fun. Okay, so from there, the next one, Carousel of Progress. I don't know, it's kind of iffy on including this one because it's more of a show, but the theater does move. So it's kind of a ride, but not really a ride, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I give this one a 1, just because it moves, but you don't even feel it. Like, you're in an actual theater. There's a stage in front of you, and the theater kind of moves, so you get to see different scenes. But it doesn't move fast or anything, and even after a while, you kind of start to wonder if you're the one actually moving or if the stage is actually turning. So, I mean, it just moves a little bit. So if you get in there and it starts moving, don't be scared. It doesn't go fast or anything. It's a show, and it's a really cute show, so definitely check it out. It's kind of like takes you through the progress of technology. You like follow this family from, I don't know, early 1900s up to future time, and shows how technology changes. So it's really cool. A lot of fun to ride, or to get in and see. So from there, as you head further on, you will come across the Tomorrowland Speedway, and I heard this one is also closed now. I don't know if it's closed because of the Tron roller coaster that's coming, or for refurbishments. I think it kind of interferes with Tron, so I think that's why it's closed. They might also be doing refurbishments on it. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, the Tomorrowland Speedway, definitely a 1. Smooth, easy, very slow. So there's a bunch of little race cars, and you get to drive the race cars down the track. They probably go about 5 miles an hour. They're super slow. So definitely a level 1, easy. Kids can ride it. I mean, kids love to drive the cars. They can sit and drive the cars as long as they're with an adult. They don't even have to be able to see over the steering wheel, but they can still drive it. It's a lot of fun. One thing I warn you to be careful about is it kind of jerks a little bit because the cars are very hard to control. So especially if you're letting your kid drive, you're going to be bouncing off the track a little bit. So. But it's fun. It's not bad. It's slow. The scenery is really cool. Yeah. It's just driving around. So it's a lot of fun. Alright. So from there, I think my next stop is Fantasyland. I don't know if I'm going to do these in order because since they changed Fantasyland, I still haven't gotten used to all the new rides or where everything is yet. So I'm just going to go down my list. Okay, so the first one you would come across is the Mad Tea Party. And if you are familiar with Disneyland, even if you've never been, this is the teacup ride. So I give this one a level 2 because it spins. It doesn't spin fast, but you can get real dizzy and motion sickness if you're prone to that. You have control over of how your teacup spins. There's a wheel in the middle that you have to pull around. It's really hard to do, so you can't get it going too fast. It has a real tight brake on it. The one thing is, even if you don't spin it, which you don't have to spin if you don't want to, you have complete control. It does go around in circles. Like, it goes around like a big circle and then like little smaller circles, so it kind of spirals around, which can make you kind of dizzy, or that's where the motion sickness might come in, so just be aware of that. But it doesn't go off the ground or anything. It's not scary. It's just spinning. So that's a lot of fun. Okay, so then there's Dumbo the Flying Elephant. And again, if you're familiar with Disneyland or Disney or anything, you know Dumbo. I give this one a 2 because it goes off the ground, so if you're afraid of heights, you might want to skip it. But it's very slow moving. You just go up and it goes around. I haven't been on Dumbo in a really long time, so I think you can control the height. Most of the spinny rides you can do that, so you can control it going up and down. It's a lot of fun, and I hear the queue now is pretty amazing because it's like a playground in there. So it's a lot of fun to be in there while you're waiting to get on the ride. It's a super popular ride. But yeah, definitely a level 2. Next one is the Barnstormer. I think it's still called that. So Goofy's Barnstormer, I give this one a level 3 because it is a roller coaster. It's a kid-friendly roller coaster, so it's not going to be too scary. But I mean, if you don't like roller coasters, you should probably skip it. It's not too fast. It's another one I haven't really been on in a long time either, so I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's not too fast, it's not too scary, but it is a roller coaster. It does go off the ground, so if you don't like roller coasters, definitely skip it. This is a good one for your kids if you're just starting to finally get brave about getting on roller coasters and you don't want to put them on something super scary. The Barnstormer is a good one to start with. Yeah, so that one's fun. You're just like flying around. Yeah. So the next one I have on my list is Under the Sea, The Journey of the Little Mermaid. I love this ride. It's a level 1. It's super slow. It's a Disney dark ride, so that means it takes you through the movie. So any Little Mermaid fan, definitely got to check it out. It's very slow moving. It's one of those you get on the moving walkway and you're sitting in a clamshell and they're all connected, so it goes really slow. It takes you under the sea, takes you into Ariel's story. You see Ursula and Sebastian, and they sing Under the Sea and Kiss the Girl and all the good songs. So definitely, Little Mermaid fans, gotta check it out. It's a nice slow ride. It's cool. It's not too popular, so the lines aren't really too long. Yeah, so that's an easy, relaxing one. Let's see, the next one I have on my list is the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So I give this one a 3 because it is a roller coaster. It's not too scary. This is another kind of kid-friendly one. If you're just starting to warm up to roller coasters, this is definitely a good one to ride to start out with. It sometimes goes kind of fast, but then it slows down. So you can check out the scenery. It's really cool because you're following, it's kind of Snow White's story. You go into the mine with the dwarves and let's see, this one's really cool because the roller coaster cars, because you're in a mine train, they actually swing sideways while you're riding. It's not too scary. It speeds up and slows down and kind of crawls a little bit. But check it out. It's super popular. So the lines can get very long for this. But again, I'll do another video on fast passes and rides and all of that stuff. So let's see. Next one I have on my list is the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And this is a lot of fun. It's a level 1. It's very slow moving. It's a dark ride, so it takes you through Winnie the Pooh's story. So you get to meet Tigger, and it's like watching the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. So you see Tigger, you see the Heffalumps and Woozles, you participate in Wednesday, and save Piglet from the floods, and it's slow. The only thing to watch out for if you're not a big ride person, is the cars interact with the ride. So like in the Tigger scene, they will bounce. So your little honey pot will start bouncing up and down. In the flood scene, you'll kind of feel like you're floating on water, but it's not bad or scary or anything. It just makes the ride a little bit more enjoyable. So it's pretty easygoing. It's a great one. Most of the rides in Fantasyland are pretty chill. So the next one I have is Peter Pan's Flight, and I give this one a 2. It's not scary. It's you're in a pirate ship, and it flies, so you actually go off the ground. So if you're afraid of heights, it might be a little bit scary for you if you don't like the heights. But it's not bad. You're not really that high off of the ground. All of the scenes are below you. It's a dark ride. Takes you through Peter Pan's story. So, sorry about the barking. All of the scenes are below you, so you do have to look down to really enjoy the ride. But it is very cool. If you can brave the heights, definitely go and check it out. If you are absolutely terrified, can't climb up step ladders, maybe you should skip it. Check it out on YouTube. There's always good videos. Okay, so the next one is It's a Small World. And again, if you're familiar with Disney, you know it's a small world. It's a small world after all. Okay, I'll stop singing because I don't want to scare you away from my channel. Okay, so It's a Small World. Level 1, it's a nice, smooth boat ride. You travel through different countries, different parts of the world. What else? Yeah, it's just really slow. There's cute little dolls and dressed different ways depending on the country. A lot of people complain about the song because you hear it over and over and over and over. It does play in different languages depending on what room you're in, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that can get annoying. I don't know. I guess for some people it doesn't annoy me. I don't get annoyed with music easy. I'm still listening to Let It Go. So, I mean, I don't know. If you don't get annoyed with music, you're fine. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. It is one of the Disney must-dos. You gotta ride Small World at least once. The next land when we go around is Liberty Square. So Liberty Square, there are 2 rides there in Liberty Square. First one that you'll come across is the Haunted Mansion. And this is my absolute favorite Disney ride, my favorite ride in Magic Kingdom. So the Haunted Mansion is a level 1. It's not scary at all. It's very slow moving, maybe goes 5 miles an hour. It does go up, but it comes down very slowly, so you don't have to worry about that. No drops or anything like that. Yeah, definitely level 1. It's slow. So your ghost host, Master Gracie, takes you around. I don't know, you see ghosts and they sing and it's dance. And I don't know, sometimes kids are a little bit afraid to get in there because of the Haunted Mansion and ghosts and stuff, but it's not scary. The projections are very cool. The effects that they have in there are very cool. And the few things I should warn you about are if you're claustrophobic, the beginning part, the pre-show, might make you a little bit nervous. I don't know, I'm claustrophobic and it's never really bothered me, but my mom is claustrophobic and it really would get to her. Her and my aunt are both real bad. But when you get into the stretching room, if you're claustrophobic, just be careful. They crowd as many people in there. They make you move to the dead center of the room so they can fit as many people as they can in there. And it gets dark, and Master Gracie reminds you that there is no way out because there's no windows and no doors. And that kind of might freak you out a little bit. But it's not bad. It's a big room. I know I'm claustrophobic and I'm fine in there, but I know other people who are claustrophobic and they get scared. So just be aware of that. Another thing is if you are with little kids, definitely be careful when you're leaving the stretching room because there's all of those people in there, and then they open a door on the side and everybody just swarms through that door, and there's like everybody gets crammed and you're in like a big area, and then it like slowly goes down into a single line queue. So it is pretty easy to lose people in that little area because you will get pushed and cut off and all kinds of things. So if you have little kids, definitely grab a hold of them as you leave that room, because there's a good chance of getting separated. Even as an adult, I still will grab onto the person I am with. I'll grab onto their shirt or something so that we don't get separated. But it's not too bad. Just a little warning, just watch out for that. So the next thing you'll find in Liberty Square is the Liberty Square riverboat. And this is definitely a one. It's a huge riverboat, very relaxing. It just takes you on a nice little journey around the rivers of America. You go around Tonsor Island, and there's other scenes that you can see and look at. But it's just really to just sit back, relax, and chill. It's very slow. Yeah, there's nothing really too exciting about it. Just a nice, slow, relaxing ride. It's good if you want to take a break. Yeah. So from there, the next little land you'll encounter is Frontierland. And Frontierland has some pretty good thrill rides in it. There's only 2. But if you are a ride person, I would skip both of them. So first, there's the Big Thunder Mountain, and this is definitely a level 4. It is a roller coaster. It's fast. Yeah, it's very fast moving. There's a lot of drops. Well, not a lot of drops, but there are some drops. I don't know. You're like on a runaway mine train. So, that's what I always used to call it, the runaway mine train. Yeah, so it's yeah, definitely level 4 roller coaster. If you don't like rides, skip it. If you love roller coasters, definitely got to do it. Okay, so the other ride in Frontierland is Splash Mountain, and that is also a level 4. This is your vlog ride. So you're following, it's the story of Song of the South. Yeah. And so you follow Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox and Brer Bear, and as they chase Brer Rabbit through his little country, I guess. I don't know what it is. So if you can brave, well, let's see, it's a log ride, so you have a nice, huge 50-foot drop at the end of the ride. So if you can brave that drop, though, I would check it out if you're okay with it. If you can brave the drop, it's not too bad. You feel it at the really beginning, and then it, like, the scary goes away. But the scenes in there are really cool. The audio animatronics are awesome. You get to sing Zippity Doo Dah at the end with all the creatures. It's very cool. So it has that big 50-foot drop. And then it also has some other small drops in it. Slip and Falls, the best one. Yeah. So when you first go in, you go up, and then there's like a little drop. It's called Slip and Falls. It's my favorite part of the whole ride. But definitely a level 4, big drop, so be careful. So from there, the last land going around is Adventureland. Adventureland doesn't really have any thrill rides in it. There's a few rides. So first one is Pirates of the Caribbean. And I don't know, this one was a hard one to decide what level to give it. I gave it a 2. Because there is a little drop in there. It's not a big drop. It's not too scary. It's little. You can hear people kind of screaming when you go down. You can hear the water falling, so you'll know when it's coming up. It's dark, so you don't really see it. But you can hear when it's starting to come up. But other than that drop, it's a really slow boat ride. And it's really cool. It's the pirates. It's the characters from the Pirates of the Caribbean movie in there. After those movies came out, they refurbished it and put, Captain Jack Sparrow in there and Barbossa. I don't know. Definitely check it out. The drop isn't scary, so even if you are afraid of rides and drops, it's not bad. You should still definitely ride that one. Okay, so the other ride in Adventureland is the Jungle Cruise. And Jungle Cruise is definitely a level 1. It's a very slow-moving boat ride. Takes you through the different jungles. There's animals and other things you can see. They're not real, of course. Okay, so they're not real animals, but yeah, this one's one of my favorites. I like it a lot. You have a tour guide. Yeah, a tour guide. Your skipper, who drives your boat and shows you around the jungle. And just be prepared because they tell lots of horrible, corny, pun type jokes. So if you're into that, you're gonna love it. But I love it because I love corny jokes like that, so it's so much fun for me. Yeah, but just be prepared for the corny jokes. Alright, so the other ride that you're gonna find in Adventureland is the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. And I gave this one a 2 on my list because it does go off the ground. It's like Dumbo and Astro Orbiter, but not as high as Astro Orbiter. It's like Dumbo, so you send a magic carpet, and it takes you up, and it goes around and around and around and around. And you can control your height. There's a joystick. I can't remember which one it was. I think it's in the back. This one actually has 2 controllers on it. There's one in the front and one in the back. And I think the one in the front controls the tilt of your carpet. So you can move the front of your carpet up and down to tilt it. And then the one in the back controls the whole thing, the height. Yeah, it controls the height of all of it. It's a level 2 because it goes off the ground. So if you skip it, it's not a big deal. If you're afraid of heights, don't do it. And while you're on the ride or waiting in front of the ride, not where the queue is, but on the other side, just a warning, watch out for the camels. They spit. Alright, well, that is all of the rides at Magic Kingdom. So I hope this was helpful for you if you're planning on going and not sure what to expect. I hope this is very helpful for you. Yeah, so I am planning to do more videos like this. I still have Animal Kingdom and Epcot and Hollywood Studios to do, so hopefully I'll get some more of those out. I'm also planning on doing rides for Disneyland and California Adventure. So stay tuned to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe. If you liked my video, please make sure you let me know and click that like button nicely. Click it, don't smash it. Click it gently. Don't forget to click the bell because sometimes I go live for trivia nights. Haven't done it in a while because my schedule's kind of crazy and I never know when I can get on or not. So definitely click that bell so it alerts you when I'm on for trivia night because I would love to have more people join me. And yeah, like, subscribe, and don't forget to dream big. We'll see you later. Bye.